Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is. Update time once again in MCOC, and I am back with the patch notes for October of 2023. 6 or 7 things that I think you need to know about. Let's jump right in, starting with the champs for next month, which are Werewolf by Night and Morbius. They were officially revealed yesterday, although both were teased at various points in the past several months. Morbius was teased like 3 months ago, I think now, and then Werewolf by Night was teased in the previous month's live stream. No big surprises here. They both look very cool. If you haven't watched the reveal trailer, it came out yesterday, definitely give that a watch. Now remember, if you've purchased all 3 of the Platinum tracks, which I think began like 3 months ago, you will be getting a 7-star Morbius next month. Well, for free in quotations. It wasn't free, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Champion spotlights for both of these guys are both still under embargo. I'm sure some additional information will be revealed and made available in the official live stream, which is going on right now as this video is going live. So go ahead and tune into that if you want. Very excited about both these champs. I haven't gotten a chance to play around with either of them yet, but I have seen the spotlights. And they are looking pretty good. So number 2, the October side event is called My Little Symbiote Sugar Crash, and it has been a hot minute since Steve has been featured in a side event. These are very, very popular. Now, if you are new to this type of event, the way it works is that you will be given a free 1-star summon symbiote, and the idea is that you are using him specifically throughout this side event, and then ranking him up using special Clintar catalysts. And there's going to be like special candy boosts available that'll give him special abilities to counter different nodes in the side event. Now, last time around, it was a lot of fun. It's very cool, you know, kind of using an overpowered 1-star champion on your roster. And then best of all, at the end of the event, you do get to keep him forever. So Steve will remain on your roster forever. And now, for those of us who are around for the previous event, it is the same summon symbiote, and you can't dupe him, so you'll essentially just be getting what you already have. And if yours is already ranked up, you're actually going to have a little bit of an advantage here, I think, because you're not going to have to wait around and earn the Clintar catalyst. It's the same catalyst as last time, so if you already have your symbiote at like rank 4 or whatever it is, you're going to have a little bit easier time at the start of the side quest here. So the way the side quest works here is you're going to collect your summon symbiote via the in-game message, and then you're going to enter the quest. You can go right to the boss, or you can do all the paths. So I think you're really going to want to just do as many paths in the side quest as you can. And then, like I said, the candy boosts you can earn through the calendar. And then each week's boosts will be targeted toward that week's side quest here. So we scroll down here. So this is just a little bit of information on how many Clintar catalysts are going to be needed for each rank. And again, if you already have your symbiote at rank 5, it looks like is the max, then you're good to go. And those catalysts will just sit in your inventory, I guess, forever. Here's a calendar for the boosts, and then if you want to pause the video and kind of look at what each boost does, the boosts are only going to work for the Sugar Crash side quest. So, you know, a lot of them are very powerful, so you won't be able to use them outside in, like, you know, story content or AQ or anything. So yeah, there's that list of boosts. And if you want to pause the video and kind of read through those, knock yourself out, because I'm definitely not going to go through them. Number 3, Act 8.3 is releasing in October. I am very excited about this. Story content is still one of my favorite things to do in this game. There was a beta for 8.3 a few months ago. Now, there's no specific date listed here, but usually how these things go is that it's going to be released later in the month. So my expectation is probably week 3, so right around the time of like the Battle Round Brawl, which I think is the 20th, that weekend in October, the 20th. So right around there is what I'm kind of expecting this to be released. As usual, I will have a guide ready and uploaded on day 1 for the Act 8.3 boss. Those guides are the most popular videos on my channel, so definitely look forward to that. Number 4, October's rebalance is Viv Vision. Her update will be live with the patch in October. So I covered in a separate video in quite a bit of detail all the things that are changing with Viv's buff. There will be a link to that video up in the top right corner of your screen, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it already. As you can probably imagine, I am very excited for this buff to go live. There were many instances last season in War where we kind of wanted to send Viv to a specific fight. There was like a domino, a bunch of debuff shrugging skill champs. We wanted to send Viv, but it really wasn't like safe to do so, and we were kind of lamenting the fact that the buff wasn't out yet, because buffed Viv would have handled all those fights without a problem. So hopefully buffed Viv gets some action in War going forward. One thing I want to note about Viv is that there are currently two, kind of like 2.5 bugs that are in process for her. Both are on track to being fixed. However, as of this recording, I don't think the fixes are going to be live with the October patch. So the first bug has to do with her slow motion just not triggering at all sometimes, and then the kind of other half of that is that sometimes the area of the screen where you tap to get the prompts on her special 2 doesn't work. So you'll end up tapping at the right time, but you only get 1 out of the 5. So that's going to be fixed. And the other one is that folks have been spamming the taps during the special 2 to get all 5 prompts, and I have been telling people for months now, do not get used to doing it that way, because they're going to fix it, and then you're going to have to relearn all over again, and here we are. That is going to get fixed as well. So again, Viv's update will be live with the October patch. Very excited to see that one. Number 5, I guess I'm not getting to either 6 or 7 things this month. Number 5, and last but not least, is next month's exhaustive list of bugs and known issues. We're going to go through a few of these as usual. The first one here, this is not very detailed. Fixed an issue with Battlegrounds fights not resolving correctly. This could mean any number of things. If you play Battlegrounds, there are a whole bunch of bugs outstanding in BGs. Some of them have existed since the mode was still in beta, which is frustrating. So what I'm thinking this might be is that sometimes when an opponent forfeits, it will show the results of the previous match. So I'm thinking this might be that, and it doesn't. This doesn't. If it's that, it doesn't really affect the result of the fight, because you still get credit for it. I don't know. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what this means. I wish there was a bit more detail on this, but it is what it is. The next one I want to talk about is this one. Fixed an issue where Iron Man Infinity War was gaining power when no armor up was active. This has been an issue for quite a while. So if you're familiar with Iron Man's Sig ability, if he has any sort of armor up effect, when he's down below 15-18% health, he will gain a steady stream of power, and that enables him to spam special attacks. So he was gaining that power no matter what, which was very, very annoying in some specific situations. That will be fixed. Third one I wanted to talk about is this one. Fixed an issue with Gambit being locked out of gaining kinetic charges if his prowess was neutralized. I think, I don't know if it was myself or maybe it was Bittersteel who brought this one up, but if you're using Gambit against a Rintra, for example, and the neutralize prevents you from gaining your prowess when you convert those kinetic charges into a prowess, you are unable to even gain kinetic charges for the remainder of the fight. It completely neuters Gambit. So if you're a Gambit fan, he'll be fixed, and you'll be able to use him against those tricky Rintras. So next one, So, it fixed an issue with Psylocke's Enervate not reapplying when removed by Nick Fury. Now, the bug itself is not really why I want to bring this up. I really just want to bring this up because of this word here. So, the word Enervate. There was let's call it a friendly discussion on my channel, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, where somebody was trying to tell me that Psylocke had the best power control in the game, better than Magic, because of the power lock on her special 1, and I was trying to tell them that it's not a power lock, it's an Enervate, and well, there you go. So I will allow myself a little bit of told you so there. And then last but not least, fixed an issue with Adam Warlock being able to throw a special attack while in his pod. So this was also something that the defender could do, which was really, really annoying if it caught you off guard. So after the special 2 on a power reserve node, or at the end of the fight when he automatically triggers his pod, if he had a bar of power or 2 bars of power, he could actually jump out of his pod and use that special attack. And if you weren't ready for it, you could get completely screwed by it. So that will be resolved as well. a pretty light month, in terms of updates, but a lot of stuff coming next month. 2 great looking champs, Act 8.3, a buff to one of my favorite champions. So October looking like it's going to be a very good month. So folks, let me know in the comments below what you are most excited about for the October update. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.